Hi, my name is Amarachi,
And I'm Abby.
and welcome to our evening show of Brainwave,
Tonight we'll be having a monologue performed
an interview by a BHS student.
and a poem performed by a BHS student.
Swardwan.
So tonight we'll be having Sardwan reading a monologue that was written and directed by August Wilson. She'll be playing the character Tanya, which is a character from the August Wilson play King Henry II.
Give her what she needed. Why I want to go back and do it again? I ain't got nothing else to give. I can't give myself. How I'm gonna give her? I don't understand what to do. How to be a mother. You either love too much or don't love enough. Don't seem like there's no middle ground. I look up and she's 10 years old and I'm still trying to figure out life. Figure out what happened. Next thing I know, she grown talking about she a woman. Just because you can lay down and open your legs to a man don't make you a woman. I tried to tell her that. She's a baby. She don't know nothing about life. What she know? Who taught her? Trying to figure it out myself. And time I catch up, it's moved to something else. And I gotta watch her get thrown down a hole. It's gonna take her a lifetime to crawl out. And I can't do nothing to help her. I gotta stand by and watch her. Why I wanna go back through all that again? I am 35 years old and don't seem like there's nothing left. I'm through with babies. I ain't raising no more. I ain't raising no grandchild. I am looking out for Tanya. Thank you.
That was a really powerful piece.
I agree wholeheartedly. August Wilson has a really good way with words.
Yeah, critically acclaimed, and I see why.
Mm-hmm.
Now we have our PSA. Well, would you guys like to take it on?
I love it. Why should be between me and you.
Alright, are you guys
And
ready?
it don't matter what we going through. Yeah.
Okay.
Are we good? Are we censored?
Oh my god. Yes.
What's going on, everybody? It's the Daily
Doses
of
the
Ease.
Hey guys, we are back with another banger.
Banger.
This is part 2 of the Q&A video. So, do you want to get started? Okay. Oh my god. Okay. The next. You what? Wait. Sorry.
Next question, guys.
I can't read this.
Okay, wait, no. It says, what have you learned so far in BHS?
Oh,
Sorry, guys.
sorry. I think I've learned a lot in BHS Loki. Definitely the education and stuff, but like, I feel like friendships as well. Like, friendships that I walked into high school where I thought would stay the same, and obviously it didn't. And now that I have like other friends, it's still like I'm learning new things, like that I never wanted to learn. I don't know how to explain it, but I just feel like friendships is the biggest part about like high school. You would know if someone's real or not.
My most simpler answer is you just learn how to be by yourself. I think that, and that's something that we don't talk about enough. You just learn how to be a loner sometimes and being fine with that and being able to realize that being by yourself sometimes is the best thing that you need, especially as like a high school student. So yeah, that would be my response. Next question. Oh, it was my turn. Oh.
Oh, no, because you said the question 2 times, so let me go.
No, you said the question about the treat. Okay, just go ahead.
Okay,
She's younger than me. I have to let her go first.
anyways, who do you appreciate this holiday season? Who do you appreciate? I go first. I think I appreciate my parents and my brother. No, I say my family. Like, I appreciate them so much. They've been there for me since day one. They helped me through my struggles, and they made sure I was good. And they give me sometimes what I want sometimes. And I'm grateful for my friends as well, the ones that I have now, because I know that some of my friends that I lost, like, it was for a reason, because you never know, you know. But I'm very grateful for my friends. They've always been there for me as well.
I'm grateful for someone very special. Can't tell you guys just yet, but if you guys want your assignments, you guys can get more info. No, all jokes aside, I'm grateful for my friends and my family and my niece, and just being able to be surrounded with my loved ones, because you never know. Okay, guys, last question. What is the best and worst Christmas episode? That was a really good question, by the way, to the questionnaire.
Christmas episode.
Okay, if I'm being honest, there's no specific ones, because I'm not like but I do realize that any other TV show that's not Friends and they have like a Christmas episode is good. Like, their episodes are amazing.
That's
and
not
like
Friends.
That's not
Like,
Friends.
this,
And I
the
say all
show?
that. I love Friends, yeah. And like Flash, if they've ever had an episode, I would Flash, like what? He's at the Christmas table eating his treats and then he has to do an assignment. I feel like it depends on the genre of the TV show for sure.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I think so too. I mean, it's hard for me to think of like the best like Christmas episode. Like, I don't really have one on the top of my head, but it definitely depends on what it is. Like, I can't say every show has the best Christmas, because it really don't.
Right.
But it depends.
Well, guys, that's it for today, guys.
Hope you guys enjoyed. Bye.
Welcome back, guys, and we're going to jump into an interview with our BHS student, Suraj.
Okay. The past few years, with the genocide in Palestine and surrounding countries of Lebanon and Syria, living and being in Brookline as a Palestinian and Lebanese student, Suraj Bailey has had a couple difficult, I would say, experiences at the high school. So let's hear his story.
Hi, thank you for having me on.
Yeah, no
course.
problem.
Yeah. Okay.
Walk us through what happened. Like, what did you feel when you saw the adults' reactions?
I'm assuming you're talking about doors.
Yes.
So, it was honestly not that shocking to see some parents' reactions, but the extent that some of them went to was quite shocking. For a little bit of background, my cousin, who is a Palestinian student at BHS, was speaking at Doors this year. And around a month before Doors actually happened, a bunch of parents of students from BHS and parents who weren't actually affiliated with BHS found that my cousin was speaking at Doors and decided to harass him by trying to follow him on Instagram and trying to message him. And during a town meeting that Brookline was hosting, that was related to if Doors should be something that happens this year, one parent in particular who isn't actually affiliated with BHS whatsoever name dropped my cousin when he was supposed to be kept anonymous. This was also during the same community meeting where parents of students here were calling my cousin, calling Arab people barbarians, terrorists, and in pretty much every way trying to dehumanize us. Which, I mean, we've all gone through, but to see the community that we are supposed to, like, love to be in, it was very telling of what people really thought. And we felt extremely unsafe, and because we didn't know what would happen at doors, we had to create plans of how we would get home safely in the event that something did happen. And we had to think about if my cousin should also speak at doors to begin with, because the biggest complaint of these parents was that a Palestinian student was speaking. And he, at the time, he hadn't even finished his speech. He hadn't even shown it to anyone. I didn't know what it was going to say. I found out, just like every other student at doors, what that speech had in it. People thought it was going to be hateful. People thought it was going to be racist. People thought it was going to be anti-Semitic. And it was none of those things. And truly, if people took offense to that, it is telling of their character. It is telling of their values. And to those people that may or may not be watching, or whoever may see this and feels offense to me saying that, trying to dehumanize me and my cousin and my family simply for being Arab is, you know, we should just lie down and take it. I think those people need some serious soul searching.
Yeah, that was really powerful. How did you feel about doors as well, you individually?
I think the day, doors is always a very powerful day. It is very important to hear from students whose voices are never usually heard, or even when they do speak out, it is most often met with, you know, people turning their backs or telling you to be quiet. So I think every speech at doors was important to hear. Every speech was, in my opinion, an amazing speech. All of them were so extremely powerful and resonated with me in every way, in multiple ways. And being able to see my cousin speak, it really felt so powerful, not just for me, but I'm sure for him as well, because at BHS, our yells for help and our want for safety as a whole in this school community is often met in not the best ways.
Yeah. Did you feel safe at school afterwards?
And I'd like to add on that really quickly. Do you think the other students of Arab countries like Lebanon, like Syria, like Palestine, do you think they felt safe, especially after the doors incident?
No, I don't think so at all. And it's not just because of doors, it's because of what happened in 2023 after October 7th, when this was really like the oppression of the Palestinian people was kind of brought to the forefront. I don't think Arab students have felt very safe at BHS in specific for a very long time. And it is only through little inches in progress that I think students have started to feel more safe. But I think as a whole, I don't think many students felt safe after the whole drama before doors even happened.
Yeah.
Okay, I think I have another question for you. So, you're a senior, you're graduating, you're going off to college after the school year. Do you think from this, I would say the students have had some thoughts about all of it and have worded their opinions about doors and everything that has happened. So do you think after this especially that BHS could change to do better, to protect their students better, to make them feel more safe?
I think it's a little hard for me to say what BHS should and shouldn't do to help make their students feel safe, because they should be walking, regardless of what's going on politically or globally or even locally, any school should be a place where students feel safe and happy to come to. And I don't think it is entirely up to the students to dictate how the administration should act to make students feel safe. I know you're also a BHS student, both of you are. We've heard the phrase, "we create the community that we want," hundreds of times already, probably more. And I think that phrase doesn't actually mean a lot to people, because it doesn't really matter, but people are comfortable with being hateful at BHS. And it is up to students to stand up against that, but it is also up to the administration to correctly handle those situations.
Yeah. What do you think, I guess, final question, I think we should end it off here. Maybe after, say, how do I word this? Say after a couple of years, 5, 10 years, I guess I'm reiterating my question. Do you think, I know Brookline and BHS, they can feel sometimes very tight-knit. That's like the biggest high school in the town, so. But do you think that Brookline, at least, would feel a bit more safe to you, I guess, say 2, 3, 4, maybe 5 years?
Well, that really depends on how things continue to go, because with everything going on still in Palestine and in Lebanon, my people are still being ethnically cleansed, and the genocide is still continuing in Gaza and now in the West Bank. And, you know, the south of Lebanon is still being attacked. I don't think I'd feel entirely safe to come back to a town that so proudly supports the people committing these violent acts to my people. And not only globally, but international, like in the US, it is a very tumultuous time with our president, who practically preaches Nazi ideals, and who has the ability to make people practically disappear because of their disagreements with him. And I don't think that I will fully feel safe returning to Brookline until there is a free Palestine, a free world from imperialism, from the horrors of things like capitalism, and an end to the tyrannical rule of what we call a president. Wow. And I will stand by that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Do you have any final last words? Do you want to end it there? What do you think?
Do your research, especially in these times where information is being censored. Be part of a strong community and free Palestine.
Thank you so much,
Yeah.
Raj.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Mhm.
That was,
We really appreciate having you here. and
Of
talking
course,
about
it's
it.
an honor.
thank you so much.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. And now I think we have another PSA from another partner of Big
And we're connections.
and Work Connections.
Mhm.
Are you aware that according to National Institute on Alcohol Abuse and Alcoholism, 10.9 million people in the United States from ages 12 to 20 have reported that they drank in the past year, including 5.4 million being male and 5.6 million being female. Isn't that just unbelievable?
If you suffer from an alcohol addiction, are you aware that it can cause many health issues like liver disease, digestive problems, bone damage, eye problems, heart problems, and immune system problems?
The risks of starting a drinking problem is more frequently found in teens who have a parent or a close relative that have problems with alcohol. So genetic factors do play a big part in gaining an addiction. Another risk of starting an addiction is having a history with trauma, otherwise called PTSD.
If you continue to drink and ruin your future, you will become drowsy and have less control over your actions. Having a heavy drinking binge may even cause life-threatening comas or even death.
To save yourself and your future or someone you love and care about that struggles from an addiction, you can practice better coping skills like reducing stress, finding mental health supporters, recognizing and avoiding triggers, and creating balance in your lives or helping out those who struggle.
It's not too late to change your skills or help a friend out.
The future starts now, and if you struggle with any of the previous examples, call 1-800-356-9996 for help.
Hello guys, and welcome back to Brainwave.
Now, after all of the interviews, we have a poem written and now will be read by Natalie Adler.
So Natalie Adler is a junior at BHS, and she's going to be performing her poem that she wrote by herself. Natalie?
Mirror, my first friend, my first enemy, my doubt and my hope. You are a dream and a nightmare I am trapped in. Looking back to only see my reflection, you'll never let me go. So I'll stay, unable to pull away. Just you and I. Thank you.
Wow, Natalie, I felt that on a personal level.
That was a really good poem, I do have to say. But with all of that, that is all we have tonight. Thank you to Natalie, Sardwan, and Suraj for your amazing monologues, poems, and interviews tonight.
We'd love to see you guys next show, and stay tuned in.
The Brainwave.
Yeah.